So the field is set. The topic suits ideal situation. The field is set. The bowlers are ready, but batsman is not getting run. So how do we take? So with the topic proper, I'll be talking how to plan and buy new gears. That's instruments for a person who's just finished residency, trying to come into a freelance practice. Lot of gears, lot of things to buy. So when you want to buy these things, everything looks fancy. We have gone for a conference for your post-residency, and then you see from tube to open to endoscope to open T-lift to open the procedures and to K-lift, everything. So what comes to your mind? So I would say let's learn, earn, buy step by step. So here I would like to put this as a beer and share market. Start with the beer market where the economy is low, means your investment is low. Start your practice, then go to the bull market where the economy is sound, it's increasing, then invest what you want. So there is a time where you can sell what is your knowledge, means you can sell what your technique, then invest in the gadgets. So then you can make some name and fame. So start from the beer market, then go to the bull market. So right mindset, right case selection, right execution of a planned technique goes to saying a stitch in 9 saves 9. So we have a lot of scopes in spine surgery. Microscope is one among them. It helps us to see what naked eye cannot see, magnify things, illuminate, throw light on neural structures, play, discectomy, interbody work, pedicle screw fixation, and of course all documented. So this is one of the slide when finished neurosurgeon. He says, know your microscope. What does it mean? So microscope is a very important part of your armamentarium and know its existence, because once the light goes off, it's a dead one. So it so happened to him during an aneurysmal surgery, the light went off. So he says, get your microscope serviced and whatever annual maintenance you have. Moving on, how to choose an right microscope? What are the things, what are the factors you consider? The working distance and the magnification range should be around 200 to 600 millimeter with a magnification of 1.5 to 15x. Both should be motorized, automated, and the control should be on hand grip. Focusing, it should be either automated focusing on the eye focusing with a field of 15 to 190 millimeters. Eyepiece, always buy an eyepiece which has two, means one for you and one for the assistant, because always spine surgeries goes with the one main surgeon and your colleague assisting. So face to face is always better. Light source, the xenon is better than halogen because it produces a visible spectrum of tissue to light. So illumination is one important thing. Illumination is what is required. So you always choose an automated illumination which is related to your focus, again controlled by hand. Balancing, all microscopes should be balanced before your surgery, and the freedom of position comes. Camera, again high definition medical grade camera. Recording should have a input output, and ergonomics. This is the most important thing. See what fits you in. Not every microscope fits you. There are surgeons outside India now doing spine surgery while sitting. So sitting, standing, where your eyepiece is sitting, your perimetry, everything goes well. So what suits you, what fits you, that's the most important thing, and you'll have to invest in those things. So yeah, design for drapes, sterile drapes to maintain surgical sterility, easy drape, undraping should be done. Then cost. So always try to invest and match your return of investment. There are these microscopes very expensive, but initially when you start, there are some refurbished microscopes which can also get into the play. So many companies, right from Leica to Zeiss, I have been lucky enough to use Leica. There are Indian brands, so a good microscope ranges anywhere from 70 lakhs to 1 CR in INR rupees. Moving on, my friend has done his job on biportal. I'm not here to compare biportal or uniportal because the conference of buzz with things. I'm here just to say the instruments required for uniportal surgery. The change is always there, whether you're double-handed in biportal or single-handed uniportal. So let's learn buying things in one-handed. So again, endoscopy makes you look inside. So coming to the this monoportal surgeries, whether interlaminar or transfemoral surgery, again you'll have to check whether your existing display unit is compatible with the camera, what it goes in. Again, imaging system, optic lens, the light source, LED is a better source. Irrigation, whether you want irrigation pump which is pressure guide or a traditional ones which you hung up and do the pressure, it goes down. Working channel varies and length, whether you're using a transfemoral or interlaminar set. The scope angle is very important, which I'll be be telling you the next. Radio frequency unit, this is your best friend. Invest good in it because this does most of the initial work. Other related instruments like axis, the first dilators, the graspers, the discectomy, the Indian knife, everything. Again, the cost here is slightly high, but yeah, you'll have to stick what you want, what is your future looking 5 years ahead. Then this is a traditional interlaminar set. Looks like you have your screen, you have your irrigation pump, you have your rongers, you have a disc forceps irrigation pump. The transformer slide is slightly, it involves a few other things like the scope length, the instrument length is long, you have a reamer to go inside the foramen. So this set, so these two sets have to be bought separately because they have a different viewing camera angle. Again, too many companies, Joymox, Revo, Strauss, so any set of transformal and the interlaminar in Revo cost you around 70 lakhs to 1 crore INR. So this is a general set, so he's made my work simple explaining about rongers and all. So this is a set recommended by World Federation of Neurosciences. So this is for open set, what instruments you have, it is available on the social media. You need to have a good burr and a console, you need to have a good cautery, you need to have a good retractors. So let's go on with the drill. So drill is again most important thing. It makes the bone thin, makes your work easy. There are two types. I'm not going to go about the indications. We'll directly jump to different types of drill. It's electric versus a pneumatic drill. The pneumatic drill is more noisy. The electric ones are soft. The handpiece is easier to handle. The cable is flexible. So always electric ones are better, and the handling thing, the tip of the burr and the handle is very soft, easy to. So these two things, a few things makes the electrical drill more better. So though the investment is high, but trust me, buying electrical drill is makes your work life more simpler than the pneumatic ones. So again, there are many brands. So what do you consider? Buy the entire set. Don't do a mix and match because the attachment with the handpiece and the burr goes hand in hand. Buy the best quality, which has a reputed brand. Cost and investment. Do not burn your pocket. And the main thing here is when you buy a drill, sign for an annual contract and online support. So anything happens in first 1 or 2 years, they will be responsible because the wear and tear happens more in first 1 or 2 years. So as I said, buy the whole package. Get an integrated console, as Nishant was telling, the Metronics is a good one. So it generates an RPM of 65,000 units, which is good. I would suggest to buy an hand control drill rather than a foot control. You should have both angled and straight attachments because with the MIs you go with an angled attachment, and tools, the diamond burr, the match head for different working pattern in lumbar or cervical again. So the best ones again around 25,000 USD. So rongers, I'll quickly rush through it. He's made my work simpler. So the Kerrison, pituitary, Lexel rongers. So these are three things important again to be in your spine set, whether you're doing open, regular, whatever it is. So you should choose what is the jaw or the cup size you want. And it's always better to have a double action than a single action because again, the force you set in, the torque you set in is less in double-handed. And of course, buy a instrument which is ceramic coating. One, because anti-corrosive property. And these, when you put the microscope in the field, whatever reflection comes is absorbed by ceramic. So ceramic ones are better. So there are many varieties. Try it 1 to 4 mm. We have 40 degree up, 40 degree down, pituitary rongers again, angle straight up. There are something detachable rotated Kerrison punch, though the wear and tear is high. It is worthy to buy at the the mid part of your career than the Lexel rongers. These are things to be born. So again, these come around 90K, the good one. So invest in instruments which are ceramic coating and which are double action forceps. Moving on, tubular set, buy entire tubular set. It consists of a bedroll clamp, the snake arm. It can be either fixed, semi-expandable, expandable or a fixed. So buy a tubular retractor which is a taper end so that the other one end of sits on the base of spinous process. Again, this is around 65,000 NAT. These are the must-haves in your OT. The bipolars, the micro, the macro, the concord, which helps in coagulating the chronic fragment when you're doing discectomy. Again, routine set of instruments, the root retractor, the scissors, the micro scissors, the curved, the sharp ones, the ball tip probe to squeeze the acute fragment out. And don't forget, have all these in your. This is 24/7. It might be Duragen, the Rejura, the flow seal. This comes handy when there is a bleeding, there is an inner vein dural tear. So these are the must-haves in your OT. So to put it in a nutshell, when you want to buy a microscope, see for the working distance, electromagnetic versus mechanical break. Always go for a motorized lens, what focal length, and always a 2 wide. Coming to the endoscope, transformal or stenoscope, the interlaminar. In the interlaminar, you buy a 15-degree and a 25-degree scope because the contralateral decompression, you need to visualize the underlying facet. Transforaminal is again 25 to 30 degree with 3 mm burr, and you choose RPM or a drill constitution 6000 because the length of the instrument is long. There will be a lot of torque happening there, and diamond burrs and kerosene launchers, all this comes handy, and of course tubes and other micro instruments. So I end this here. Decide what's your need and comfort for long-term use. Buy what we need and when we need. So a penny saved is a penny earned. Thank you.